This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Well, speaking of memories, we're gonna bring back a memory for you here, JR. It's you, it's Cactus Jack, and you're together, and let's check it out together.
Cactus Jack, who has a world title match signed live in prime time here on TBS. It'll be at the Clash of the Champions on Wednesday, September the 2nd.
I have a question for you. Have you seen Big Van Vader lately?
Certainly have.
He's eating people up. One at a time, two at a time. It doesn't seem to matter. He's an instrument of destruction, and people are being hurt. And I like that. So in my mind, September 2nd, I'm training for a match with Big Van Vader. But Ron Simmons, if you are still champion, those are the two biggest letters in the English language for you, if you're still the holder of the world's heavyweight champion, then it'll be a battered and beaten Ron Simmons that I'll be taking on. And I like that too, because it brings about to my mind, Ron, and I want you to listen. The last time we met not too long ago, things got out of hand, and it was a power slam on the concrete that put an end to that match. Can you imagine the impact? Well, Ron Simmons, you don't have to imagine because you were there. You saw the blood spill out of my mouth, didn't you, Ron? And you saw the fans look in shocked silence. But then you looked down, you saw something else you weren't counting on. You saw Cactus Jack smile. And you wondered, like everybody else, and like you have, and like wrestling fans have asked themselves for years, what am I still doing alive? How am I still walking? Well, destiny is not finished with Cactus Jack. Big Van Vader, Ron Simmons, it doesn't matter. September 2nd, the Clash of the Champions, neither one of you ought to count on walking out with that championship belt. In fact, neither one of you ought to count on walking out at all. Bang, bang.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back up to Rhubarb.
What a nice haircut I had.
You did, and you even had the little scarf in your suit.
Oh,
you were looking dapper.
I was styling and profiling, big time TBS, national television. Mick said that he just told a great story.
He did.
He got everybody over he talked about. He gave you reasons to believe the plausibility of this whole scenario. And he didn't have to talk about himself the whole damn time.
Mm.
I listened to his promos as if he were writing and providing me a new chapter in a new book. And he was a great storyteller.
And it was different. It wasn't like you said last week with Jake Roberts. It was different. It wasn't a yeller, but he was telling it in his own way, very different delivery than anything that we have ever been used to. And it was unique. And he had that on his side, and it sucked you in as a wrestling fan.
Yeah. He was smart. Again, he had the innate ability to connect with his audience. That promo, if you're a fan of wrestling, you're a fan of Mick's, or a fan of the booking, Vader's involvement, Ron Simmons' involvement, all these things, that's all about the title. We try to make sure that the title meant something, and it did. And Mick was putting it over all along in that promo that he did. So that's just a really good example of how good he is. And if you go back and dissect what he said, he told us a great story that should have gotten people interested in the storyline, the angle. And I think it did. Like I said, his promos are spot on. And the higher the match got, the more important the match seemed to be, the more Mick delivered.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.